Welcome to a very frosty episode. It's Dave and Evelyn from the Camera Store, and today we're going to take a look at the Nikon Z50 II.
This is the Z50 II, which is an update to a very popular Z50 camera that Nikon put out a few years ago.
That's right. This is an aps-c or crop sensor camera with interchangeable lenses. And the interesting thing is, not only have they made a lot of updates to the original model, but they've also taken some features, including the processor from their high-level flagship camera, and have put it into a compact package.
There are a lot of very cool features in this camera to talk about, so let's get into it.
Let's talk about design of this compact cutie patootie camera. Now, first of all, it's not even that cutie patootie because you have a really nice deep grip on this. And although it is a nice compact, lightweight package, it does have some great ergonomics to it, but the feel of it is solid in your hand and you have a good handle on the grip of the camera. I also like that they've incorporated a new picture control button on the top of the camera. This is exciting because it gets you into a lot of those picture control recipes that give you an interesting look to your photographs. This is going to be great for entry-level users that want to shoot JPEG, but they want to put their own flavor in terms of the color and tone of their images. But back to the design of it, I do like that we have an electronic viewfinder. It's 2.36 million dots, and they've increased the brightness of it to 1,000 nits. So when you look through this viewfinder, you're getting a really nice clear picture. And although the resolution isn't, top level specs that we're seeing in a lot of the full frame cameras, this is really nice to have in an aps-c or crop sensor camera. The next thing we have is a fully articulating touchscreen. Now, not only is this fully articulating, the entire interface actually moves to a vertical orientation while you're shooting. I really enjoy that. It makes the whole shooting experience really nice no matter what you're doing. I also like that we have all of the ports that we would want in a camera. One of our complaints about the Z50 was that it didn't have a headphone jack. Now this one does have a headphone jack, it does have a microphone jack and USB-C, and not only is it for power delivery, but you can also have video and audio go through the USB-C so that you can use it for a variety of applications, including webcam usage. Again, more features we'll talk about later on. But lastly, I also want to talk about the media and battery of this camera. So we have a single SD UHS 2 compatible memory card slot, and we do have a new battery configuration. Now this battery is the same form factor as the previous model, so you can use the backwards compatible batteries. However, this new battery is a little bit better because it's more power efficient. So when it comes to the physical feel and look of this camera, I don't have any complaints. I think that it's really nice. I like that we have some custom control buttons. It's going to be a nice, familiar feel, and I think that it has a lot of really great uses for it.
Now, at first glance, when you look at the Z50 II, it doesn't look that much different from the original Z50 because most of the improvements come from the inside with the addition of the Speed 7 processor. Now, with that extra speed comes a host of new features, things like their auto subject detection, where it has the ability to track more than just dogs, cats, and people. This one does planes, trains, and automobiles as well. So it's a host of more subjects that this camera can detect and follow and track. This camera is all about speed when it comes to that new processor, and we can shoot up to 11 frames per second for shooting sports at action. But if we go into strictly electronic shutter, we can go up to 30 frames per second. That's very impressive, and it's great for capturing those more fleeting moments. And speaking of that, this does have pre-capture in it. So you can set it up so it's recording up to 1 second prior to you actually pushing the shutter button down. This is great for shooting hockey and those really tight fleeting moments, that things you just can't react fast enough to. Now, compared to the original Z50, which had a pretty decent autofocus system, there's certainly a noticeable upgrade in focusing speed and tenacity when it comes to tracking subjects with the new Z50 II.
Let's talk about the most important thing, the image quality from this camera. There's really no surprises here. Now, it's a 20 megapixel sensor, and this is the same sensor that we saw in the Z50. It would have been nice if they added maybe a little bit higher resolution sensor and something new, but because we have that new processor paired with it, it does give you that advanced capability while still maintaining a similar type of image quality. And we are also having the benefit of this picture control button on the top of the camera. So this gives you instant access to be able to adjust your images to different profiles to give you kind of that unique look. Now, if you're someone that wants to make your own picture profiles, you can do that in the Nikon software and then upload them to the camera directly. And there's also the ability to take creators' special recipes and put them into the camera. So definitely kind of towards that trend that we've seen with like Fujifilm, Panasonic. A lot of camera companies are kind of moving towards giving the photographers and the content creators these different looks that you can really experiment with for your JPEG images. Now, one thing that this camera does not have is any kind of in-body image stabilization. It does have digital stabilization for video only, but if you are someone that is shooting in more low light scenarios, you can autofocus really great, but you don't have that extra support. So you do have to maybe think about things like how stable are you with your camera? Do you have a tripod? Some of those extra things, because this is having that one sacrifice of no in-body image stabilization. Now, from a video perspective, there are a lot of really great features here too. First of all, we have the ability to shoot an N-Log. So we now have 422 10-bit video footage direct to the memory card. And I also really like that we can shoot 4K 60. Now that does have a crop to it, but you do have some flexible formats. And then there's a lot of tools that will help with your video production as well. And we have things like the tally lamp. Well, there aren't a lot of surprises when it comes to image quality and the video performance. It is a very capable little camera.
I think this is the coldest shoot of the year so far.
So far, we're not acclimatized quite yet. I do kind of wish there was flames coming out of here, but we can imagine it.
Just picture it and it's warmer. That's what they say, right?
Yeah,
maybe the
picture control button will make it.
Is there a fire setting? Is there a fire setting?
No, well, you know, what I have to say is that I actually am very impressed with the Z50 II. I mentioned it before, but I think that Nikon has really respected this level of camera by taking a lot of their flagship features, their processing power, and putting it in a more compact system.
You often kind of look down on crop sensor cameras. It's like, oh, you're the crop sensor camera, right? Yeah.
It's like
you're not a full frame. You're a crop sensor, but it's a really full-featured camera, and the autofocus on it works fantastic. The integration of their new XP7 processor makes the whole procedure and working with this camera so much better and easy to work with. So I found myself liking it the more I shot with it, and it worked great for me.
Yeah, and I like that we have the electronic viewfinder.
I mean, adding a headphone jack, right? There's something simple as that. All cameras should come with that now, right? It really makes it that much more functional and versatile. And it's like, I could totally see this being like a really versatile travel camera if size and space is at a premium.
Definitely. So we want to know, what do you think of this compact camera from Nikon with a lot of really cool features? Is it something that you're interested in? Is there something else that catches your eye? Let us know in the comments below.
Is this enough of an upgrade from the original Z50 if that's what you have? Make sure you follow us both on Instagram.
And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. It's been Dave and Evelyn from The Camera Store. We'll catch you again very soon.
Hey, thanks for sticking around and watching this most recent episode on the Nikon Z50 II. If you want to check out more of our recent content, click up here. And if you're Canadian, want to support local, check out thecamerastore.com down here.